Hi, my name is Tim Sigler-Smalls. I'm with the IBM FileNet Process Engine Workflow Support Team. I'm going to do a quick demonstration on the ECM dashboard application, how to install, configure, and utilize clusters. So you can download the application directly from IBM Fix Central. The trick in Fix Central is to use these values, and you want to use the FileNet System Manager for the product family. It doesn't come under Dashboard, it comes under System Manager. That will result in the available downloads, and you always want to grab the recent release. At the time of this recording, it's 5.0.0.8. That download will provide a zip file, and that zip file contains everything that you need. There's no actual installer. Everything is self-contained in that zip file. So all you have to do is copy the folder wherever you want on your hard drive. For this demonstration, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to put it off the root, and then I'm going to rename it something a little bit more obvious. With that done, the next step is to edit the script. So either the bat or the shell, depending on your operating system. And you need to put on this executable line, accept license. If you forget to do that, it will come up and tell you that you didn't. This is your way of saying that you accept the license. With that done, just execute the script. It can take a little bit of time for the application to come up, but just wait, it will. And this is the dashboard application. Now, for this to be useful, we want to make a cluster. This is the easiest way to connect, and then so we give the cluster a name. Now that we have the cluster, we're going to put values in it. So I need to put in the host name. Now the default listener port is 32775, and that shouldn't be changed, but you'd have to know what port on an individual server, what the port number is if it has been changed. Preferably it would never be changed. It would always be 32775. You can find out what the port is by looking in the system out log. When the application comes up, it'll show you that the listener, master PCH listener, bound to 32775, and whenever it connects to a server, it will use random ports to connect for the individual servers. So this is an important consideration, that it'll use anonymous ports. So 32775, I click OK. The interval, there's a default interval for the number of seconds between data captures. You can set however many seconds you want in here, or keep the default, and it defaults to 500 maximum data points. You can change that. So I have my cluster created, and it did connect to my server. You can see that this is the CE server, and this is the PE server application, and then I also have Navigator installed and IBM Sync. In my case, it's a single server, so they all have the same host name. So with that connected, I will want to save that cluster. So I just click File, come to Save Clusters. I have a folder for that, and I'll give my cluster a name. With that done, I can close my application, and then when I come back into it again, then I can open my cluster. And there it is, it connected. Once it's connected, I can come in and look at the details. So you can see and this is where those other ports come into play when it connects to ports. So you can see that my process engine port was 13503, which we saw here, 13503. So this was actually the port register for process engine, and you can see the other ports here. So I can drill down if I want into my data, so I can look at RPCs. This server's been up for a while, so it does have data already populated. So during the time frame, there wasn't any activity, but these will show up once there's activity that happens. So if you open up and don't see anything, that's because that activity hasn't happened yet and there was no data count to capture. I can see my environment. So that's the basic functionality. You can also create alerts and reports, but that goes beyond the scope. The documentation for the dashboard is available here on the Information Center, and that gives a really good description, and it's good pages to get familiar with. I hope this was helpful.